NBC7's Nightly Check-In is sponsored by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating and Air, Flood and Restoration.
We know how.
Sounding the alarm on coronavirus surge. Cases are reaching alarming levels, and state and county health officials say we are losing control of the spread. Now there is a big push to ramp up enforcement. Thanks so much for joining us for the Nightly Check-In. I'm Mark Mullen.
Why are we today sounding this alarm using our emergency brake? Because we must keep transmission low.
Health officials reported a huge jump in COVID-19 cases across the state and here in San Diego. San Diego's three highest daily case counts of COVID-19 have taken place in the past 3 days. The number of hospitalizations increased by 27% between October 25th and November 7th. In terms of compliance and the purple tier restrictions, Supervisor Greg Cox said the county is taking a much stronger stance. 10 businesses, some with multiple locations, received cease and desist letters today for their actions over the weekend. Starting tonight, the county will be listing those businesses on the website. Dr. Wilma Wooten, the county's public health officer, added that in the weeks following Halloween, this record case jump is a warning sign people need to follow public health guidance throughout the upcoming holiday season.
We are in an emergency situation. COVID-19 is not going away, and we must act. We must act for our own health. We must act for the health of our family, our colleagues, and our friends. Act for the economy, and just act, and act now. This is urgent.
Wooten said technically the stay-at-home order was never lifted by the state. She said if things continue to move in the wrong direction, particularly with hospitalizations, there are actions the county can take, although she wouldn't specify exactly what. California is considering a curfew now after cases doubled in just the last 10 days. Governor Newsom announced health officials are now looking at studies from across the country, basically trying to determine whether curfews really work at slowing the spread of the virus. He said 94% of the state's population is already now in the purple tier. So counties will now be moving tiers only after 1 week instead of 2. Governor Newsom also admitted that he should not have gone to a birthday party recently in Napa. He said he understands why people are judging him.
The spirit of what I'm preaching all the time was contradicted, and I got to own that. And so I want to apologize to you because I need to preach and practice.
The governor was asked if he is worried that people will take his advice less seriously now because he broke the rules, and he said yes. He said he made one mistake and it will not happen again. Meanwhile, the race for a COVID-19 vaccine is bringing more results. Today, biotech company Moderna is claiming its vaccine is 94.5% effective at preventing infection. This comes a week after Pfizer said its vaccine was 90% effective. While Pfizer's vaccine needs to be stored at sub-zero temperatures, Moderna's apparently can be kept at standard refrigeration temperatures. The FDA, by the way, could grant both emergency use authorizations in the next few weeks. More than 1 million children in the U.S. have now been diagnosed with COVID-19. That's according to new data released by the American Academy of Pediatrics and Children's Hospital Association. It shows that as of November 12th, 1,039,464 children have tested positive for the virus. Experts say there is an urgent need for a new nationwide strategy to control the pandemic to protect children, families, and communities. The king tides are here, and they have put on a pretty spectacular show along the coastline. Here's what it looked like this morning in Imperial Beach. The tides have warranted a beach hazard statement, though, through tomorrow, meaning some possible coastal flooding in beach parking lots and low-lying roads. Let's get a check with Dagmar right now, see how your forecast is looking.
Looking at your Tuesday, I want you to keep in mind we're still coming out of elevated fire weather conditions, near critical. So slowly, but still dealing with very warm, very dry conditions. The coast today will see about the mid to the upper 70s. Clear skies from start to finish. Still gusty offshore winds in the inland valleys, low 80s for you. Mountains, you're looking at about that low 70 mark. Gusty offshore winds there as well. Deserts, a few breezes, warm, dry, but you're in the mid 80s and are mostly sunny skies. Again, keep in mind elevated fire weather conditions slowly tapering.
NBC7's Nightly Check-In is sponsored by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating and Air, Flood and Restoration.
Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE. Bill Howe. We know how.
Wet floor, soggy mess? Call Bill Howe Plumbing. We're the slab leak experts. Our flood service division can repair any water damage and restore your home. For the great service and pricing you have come to expect, you know who to call.
'Cause we know how.
We know how.
Part of San Diego Avenue through Old Town will be shut down to vehicles as part of an effort to help restaurants keep customers. San Diego Avenue from Arista to Linwood Streets will no longer be available to drivers in the afternoons and evenings, Thursdays through Sundays until December the 27th. It's a similar setup as we have seen in places like Little Italy and in the Gaslamp. Temperatures are dropping and restaurants are scrambling to adapt to the new purple tier restrictions, but now a new challenge has come up, an apparent shortage of patio heaters. Business owners tell us it's really tough to find a heater anywhere, and the deliveries, when they do find them, won't happen until next year in some cases, which is why 2 Oceanside locals are rallying the community to help, specifically asking people to lend their personal outdoor heaters to local restaurants. So far, they have helped 7 businesses get the equipment they need.
I noticed my neighbor had a heater in her backyard.
Love helping other people. We're all in this together, and it's a great opportunity to help.
If you're interested in helping out, you can find information on our website, NBC7.com. Make sure to check out a new episode of our Scene in San Diego podcast. In the latest episode, we follow the story of a downtown bar and restaurant that shifted gears during the pandemic to make booze-infused ice cream. It's come to that. It's going to do it for our nightly check-in. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.